Hi everybody, so back with another video today. I haven't done one like this for a while, just been doing my recipe one, so it's good to be back in this setting and basically just share authentically my experience with this journey that I've been going deep on my spiritual path really. And I just wanted to share 3 tips on how I've expanded my own consciousness and allowed me to tap into my intuition, how to improve my life in so many ways, and feel so much deep gratitude for being here at this time on this planet where there's a lot going on energetically. Today is the 11/11, so it's a very auspicious date. It's a portal date, so there's a lot of intense energy is happening. We've had the eclipse as well, which was a lot to navigate for a lot of people, including myself. So there's a lot of changes happening internally for a lot of people right now, and people are questioning their reality. They're questioning who are they, like things that they once enjoyed to do no longer resonates with them. People they used to associate with is no longer in resonance as well. So there's a lot changing, and if this can help one person, then that's all that matters. So for me, 3 ways to expand your consciousness, because when you start to expand your consciousness, you start to see the world with new lenses. You have a total different perspective on life in general. You start to see who you are. You start to see the innate wisdom that is actually within you. You start to see your true natural blueprint, your true natural who you truly are, which is first and foremost a spiritual being having a human experience. We are fractals of source, of creator, and we chose to be here in this avatar because this is what it is, because at this time to help raise a collective consciousness, because this is just the suit. This is not who I am. I am not my body and I'm not my thoughts. Now, that saying for a long time was a conceptual understanding, but now it's embodied within me, like really knowing that on a deep level, like I am not my body and I'm not my thoughts. I am consciousness first and foremost, and I'm having an experience. So a lot of people are starting to understand this a bit more now, starting to witness this and question a lot of the areas that they've been just kind of going along with. They maybe question the narrative a little bit more now. They're probably realising that everything they've learned they've got to unlearn. So that's the journey that I was on, and I'm still unlearning for sure. So, and I'm still on. But if you really want to go deep and really want to elevate your consciousness, elevate your vibration, your frequency, and really start to manifest what is within your heart's desires and be in alignment with that, and just really start to pull yourself out of any kind of patterns, behaviors, any lower density energy that you know is not serving you, then expanding your consciousness is going to be really helpful for you to organically pull yourself out of those lower densities. And those lower densities could look like addictions, it could look like a lot of greed, it could look like a lot of anger, there's many ways it can show itself. And for me, the first key one was changing my diet, basically really starting to understand my body is my temple. Like, hands down, my body is my temple, and if I don't take care of what I put in my body, then how am I going to expect to be able to really raise my frequency and really be able to tap into my intuition with more ease and grace? How am I going to really be able to get rid of any toxicity which is in the body? How am I going to move from being acidic to alkaline if I'm not taking care of what I'm putting in my body? So for me, changing my diet was key. Now, it might be that you just do one thing. You change one thing in your diet. When you start to change your diet and you start to see the improvements that it has, maybe you're not having much sugar anymore, you're reducing your sugar, suddenly you don't have as much anxiety. Anxiety is connected to the gut. It's connected to, I mean, there's a lot of issues connected to an imbalance of the gut. There's 90% of disease is connected to an imbalance and dysbiosis within the microbiome. And the microbiome is so key and gut health is so key to allowing you to raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, to have a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. So changing your diet is going to be key, and obviously one step at a time is going to be key. I mean, I did a fast that if you want to go hardcore, do a fast. Really, I did 21 days orange juice and then 3 days of water, and that was hardcore. Yeah, and if that feels right for you, great. But if not, there are slow and steady ways of doing it, so you don't get too much release of toxins, which can be definitely uncomfortable, and it can put people off as well because they don't want to go through that. That candida die off basically. So that is going to be key. I do offer a 21-day purify program where I help support resetting the gut, and I work with amazing company called Synergy, and they are purely focused on all natural products that are synergistically engineered to create a combination of products that is targeted to help reset the gut and bring your gut back into balance, so you have 85% good bacteria and the 15% of the bad. I mean, there is really no bad bacteria anyway, but we want to move to the more gut-friendly bacteria. And this purified program will definitely do that if fasting isn't the route you want to go down. So please let me know if that's something you're interested in. It's all natural vegan products as well, so I can link that below. But that is going to be a game changer. Even if you start reducing sugar and then slowly just try like a week with no sugar. Caffeine, you know, if you know that caffeine makes you anxious, then why do you still take it? Let's be honest. Replace it with something else. Don't just abstain from it. Maybe try and go decaf. Maybe replace it with a juice, you know. If you're having oil, maybe change it to avocado oil. Just replace things slowly. If you've got a sweet tooth, maybe have a date. Dates are really sweet. I call it nature's candy. Maybe have a date, you know. That's really going to be helpful. Just when you abstain totally, it can be harder. But when you replace something, it is going to allow you to be able to sustain this this change as a more of a lifestyle going forward. But I'm more than happy to do a health and lifestyle analysis as well. If that's something that you are interested in, please reach out. But the next one is, you know, for me is just really focusing on going within. And going within and being with your inner world has been a very powerful practice for me, and it's meditation. Meditation, hands down, has been, oh God, I absolutely love it. I get time for myself in the morning where it's just me and my inner world, and when I start to clear my mind and I quieten the mind of the noise, I start to get insights come to me. I start to get information from the higher aspect of myself. My higher self is able to come through, and it is such a nice place to get to. And I don't always get there every day. Some days I'm still in the mind quite a lot. It depends, but it doesn't matter because I'm not trying to stop the thoughts. I'm just observing, I'm just sitting with them. So really cultivating a meditation practice is absolutely going to be a huge game changer. I highly recommend it. It has definitely been one where it's allowed me to really open and expand my consciousness and just sitting with myself and my inner world, because let's face it, we're in the external world all the time. Like, there's a lot of stimulus energy coming towards us. So when do we get a minute to just be with ourselves? Like, it's quite rare, and taking that time, even if it's 5 minutes to start with, is going to be so powerful. And then over time, consistency is absolutely key, but it might be 5 minutes. And then actually over time, you might go, actually, I'm going to increase it to 10 minutes. And then it might be 15 minutes. But consistency is key. Doing a meditation practice every single day is going to be key to really help you see the differences and the changes, to expanding your consciousness, and which will allow you to tap into your intuition. And it might be that you're there for 5 minutes and the whole 5 minutes you just thought about what you're going to have for your dinner. And that's okay. Like, that is absolutely okay. We're not trying to do anything. We're just sitting. And then eventually the thoughts will just quiet. Bring yourself back to the breath. To recenter yourself if you do go off, and it's okay. It takes practice, but it will hands down make you really connect with you and your inner world. The next one is gonna be, oh God, journaling. I love journaling. I love just expressing everything that I'm feeling and just putting it down onto paper. And it is like a second brain. It's like taking everything out that's in the mind. It's like a brain dump. It really is. It really does allow more space. It allows more room. If you've got an idea, circulating in your mind, or you've just got decisions you want to make, or you're just in your head quite a lot, just get it all on paper. Allow yourself to make room by just not keeping it all in the mind. When you start to put pen to paper and you just like even ask, how am I feeling today? Actually, and you can say, I'm feeling great, or actually, no, I'm not feeling great today, and just express it. And don't overthink about what you're writing. Just be like, I'm not feeling great today, or actually, I'm feeling fantastic today. And then you can ask one of these things that I start to ask is, what does higher self want me to know today? And I just write. And it might be a message, a really encouraging message. It might be a message of, reminding me to be present in my day. I might ask a question around a decision and I'll get the answer. Because what happens is you're moving the ego out of the way and you're just allowing higher self to just come through you and be that more conduit freely to just write. And sometimes I can write and I'm just writing and then I go back and I'm like, wow, what have I just written here? There's like, and then I read back, I'm like, wow, that's really profound, and I get some real good insight, and it could be a really good idea for my business, or anything may come through. It's because we're not allowing these blockages to get in the way. It's like, get yourself out of the way, put pen to paper, don't think about what you're going to write, ask the question and just see what comes through. And some days you will just write, some days you might not write, it might not be so profound, some days it could be really profound, but it's trusting that you will get that inspiration, because our higher self is always talking to us. It is always trying to communicate with us, but are we listening? We're not always listening, and that's the thing. So when you start cultivating this practice, it is it can be really powerful. And also, like, when you're meditating, you might get some really good aha moments or insights, and it's good to have your journal after to start writing these down. So because these ideas can come, and then if you get on with life, you can forget, and then you're like, I had an idea but I can't remember what it was, and it goes. So capturing the important. And it's just fascinating how I've really been able to just tap into my intuition on another level, and it's allowed me to really expand my consciousness. So these are my 3 tips, and I hope you found them useful. Start by just small steps. Don't start them all at once, but the food one is absolutely huge. And if you do want a health and lifestyle analysis, please reach out. Sorry, my phone was flashing, so I just had to reset it. So these are the 3 things that have really helped me expand my consciousness, and has helped me live a more aligned life in terms of what my soul is wanting me, path my soul wants me to go on, instead of leading a life from the ego. So food, changing my diet has been key. Working with the gut, and adopting a meditation practice. And then, focusing on journaling. Like, all of these practices are going to really help elevate you. And if you are on this path of seeking and on a spiritual journey, then absolutely this is definitely hands down going to help you in many areas of your life. You are going to have transformations when you start to reset your gut and really change small changes in your diet, and meditation and journaling is going to change things as well for you. So one step at a time. You can go full in, or you can not. You don't have to. It's up to you. Whatever feels right for you. But if you need any support, please reach out. My website is myhighpriestess.co.uk. And you can get me on social media, Saira.myhighpriestess on Instagram, etc. You can reach me there. And see any of my other recipe videos and things like that. So yeah, I hope this has helped. So yeah, if so, please like and subscribe, because we want to get this message out, because I just know how much my life has changed because of these practices and these changes that I have made in my own life. And I'm just like living my best life, like, I'm not gonna lie. So and I want that for everybody, if I'm honest. So because everybody deserves it, like, absolutely. So yeah, so I hope this helps. Happy 11/11, and yeah, have a blessed day, everybody.